TIL that the Khurramites, a religious group in 8th century Iran, believed in free sex, provided that the women agreed, and in the freedom of enjoying all pleasures and inclinations, so long as it doesn't cause any harm to others. They also sought the greatest sacramental effect from wine and drinks. Tyrion Lannister *, the Lord of Light wants his enemies burned, the drowned god wants them drowned. Why are all the gods such vicious cunts? Where is the god of tits and wine? I guess now we know. Nice try, Slaanesh. They avoid carefully the shedding of blood, except when they raise the banner of revolt. They are extremely concerned with cleanliness and purification, and with approaching people with kindness and beneficence. Some of them believed in free sex, provided that the women agreed to it, and also in the freedom of enjoying all pleasures and of satisfying one's inclinations so long as this does not entail any harm to others. Their name is most frequently derived from the Persian word khurram, happy, cheerful. Regarding the variety of faiths, they believe that the prophets, despite the difference of their laws and their religions, do not constitute but a single spirit. Nabakti states that they also believe in reincarnation, metempsychosis, as the only existing kind of afterlife and retribution, and in the cancellation of all religious prescriptions and obligations. They highly revere Abu Muslim and their imams. In their rituals, which are rather simple, they seek the greatest sacramental effect from wine and drinks. I have found my people. That is a serious misrepresentation of what the text says. You got any more of them Khurramites? You pull that shit again, I'll have my foot so far up your ass dash. Sounds adventurous, bro. When we doing it? What happened to you, Iran? You used to be cool. What if the dudes don't agree? Religion has come such a long way since then. Mostly in reverse. I think people should be allowed to do what they wish as long as all those affected wish it be done. My outlook may not specifically mention or involve sex, but I don't believe it's right to deny people their desires if those desires aren't mentally or physically harmful to anyone in any way. Though, the mention of vices kinda leads me to believe in an alternate purpose for the religion itself. The Oneida community in New York, https://en. Wikipedia.org/wiki/Oneida_community, also believed in feminist sexual arrangements in the mid-19th century. So, just like that magical time period between the advent of birth control and the start of the HIV/AIDS epidemic. You could make a religion out of this, some guy in 8th century Iran. They were drunk and fucked. Why do you put all the other words in there? So, Florida during spring break. And then, you wouldn't know whose child is she siring. It didn't survive for a reason. The only thing missing are psychedelics. And look at them now. I mean, sex is generally free when the woman agrees. So hedonism. Nothing new. Free sex spread disease, especially in an 8th century Central Asian context. Sounds awful. It's all fun and games until some strong bastard can't take no for an answer, and until the community refuses to collectively care for children. I have a strange feeling the women did not agree. There have always been hedonists, they just aren't as well organized nowadays. Seems like no matter how hard we try, humanity keeps coming back to the cult of Dionysus. Let me guess. It didn't last. The Shiites of Iran today also have mutta, basically a marriage contract that can be used to have sex for a night then ended. Why couldn't this have caught on to be one of the world's largest religions? The Japanese troops in Nanking also believed in free sex, regardless of whether the women agreed. Never before have I seen such amount of moral degeneracy focused in one single place. Looks at the furry subreddit. Never mind. That was Khurramite nice of them. These societies are probably a blast to live in, but like the free love movement of the 70s, there's a reason they don't seem to survive very long. If you're drunk and fucking all day, you're probably not very productive or good at defending your territory against more militant groups. Now I know what heresy to create in Crusader Kings 3, if it's not in the game already. Tongue sticking out. Why do those cool cults always have to lose out to people with sticks up their arses? Fuck. D. LMAO, so they were just hedonistic. Sacramental wine? Rabbi Tuckman, wisdom and counsel, that's easy. But this is sacramental wine. It's only used to bless things. Merry men, Rabbi Tuckman, pauses, wait a minute. There's things here. There's rocks, there's trees, there's birds, there's squirrels. Come on, we'll bless them all until we get vashnigired. Read a comment once that said something like, historically, when times are prosperous, societies generally become more open and progressive. Everyone's content and wouldn't really care about who you were screwing, what you were eating, or what you were saying. However, when times are hard, societies become more closed and restrictive. Partially due to superstition, suspicion, and the fact that one of the easiest ways for leaders to gain power is to blame it all on some group for their lifestyle/race. They were called Cirque Alum for the color, red, of their banners, and they were proto-communists smashed by the caliphate. Wise man's fear vibes. Doesn't matter had sex. Natural selection works on memes the same way it works on genes. For whatever reason, the memes within this group failed to propagate and died out. Asterisk, some of them believed in that. Till I'm a non-practicing Khurramite. Did they collapse? Me doing this now, interesting. Needs to make a dramatic comeback. Back then when STD is not a thing. How long did that survive? Sounds like my kinda religion. Why couldn't these guys have settled in America instead of the Puritans? Read about Himba tribe in Namibia, https://www. Pulse. ng/lifestyle/food travel/ meet the Himba tribe, offer free sex to guest and doesn't bath /4fbmvxe, https://www. Pulse. ng/lifestyle/food travel/ meet the Himba tribe, offer free sex to guest and doesn't bath /4fbmvxe. It is easy to follow one's desire, what is hard is to suppress them. Have a nice day. Interesting post. Does anyone has a link to source material, but there was no requirement for the men to agree. You all need to read Island by Huxley. Why aren't these people coming door to door? Hang on, I just found my new religion. Now that's something I could get behind. Believed in free sex. As opposed to believing in prostitution? How does one believe in sex? Sex exists, paid and unpaid. Well done believing in it, you twats. In an era before reliable birth control and STD prevention, free love was extremely irresponsible. There's a reason most major societies looked down on it, and it's not because they were stupid and closed-minded. Well, they don't exist anymore, so it wasn't a very effective strategy. Drunk and fornicating. So cultural. You know, I'm something of a Khurramite myself. There was just a religion in Afghanistan that believed Lucifer asked forgiveness and then became a Jesus-like being wandering around saving people. The Muslims just murdered them all and sold the women for sex slaves a few years ago. What happened to these folks, I wonder? Yeah, and that's why we've never heard of their accomplishments. Then Islam came in 700 and rapes, stonings became the norm. Sad. Iran had a lot of weird sex like this. The Mazdakites of the Zoroastrian faith practiced free love, vegetarianism, and wealth redistribution. Dopamine is addictive, good things more dopamine, making things that are supposed to give dopamine such as completing tasks less rewarding, as just like drinking beer, the more you have fun the harder it is to have fun. My people. Finally. We'll get there fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where I want to go to get away from it all. Way down in 8th century Iran amid the Khurramites. Then someone made weapons, said to hell with love, and history was written by the victors. This is the kind of wisdom of the ancients show we need. Not were the pyramids built by aliens. Was Stonehenge built by aliens? Was Easter Island built by aliens? No, they fucking weren't. Groups like this are too chilled to scheme for political power, so they are all prosecuted into oblivion.